Hey guys, so right now what we're gonna do is we are gonna be fertilizing the tree nursery with some of this compost that we have inside of the tote. So this is where we used to put our food scraps. This is where we used to put the fallen leaves. This is where we used to throw all the stuff, the rinds from the melons and stuff like that. Then we would fill it up with rainwater. So at one point this was actually filled all the way up to the top with last year's fallen leaves from the oaks that we have up front. So as you can tell, as the year's been going down, it's been wearing down slowly. So as you release some of the fluid that's in there, as you can see, it's brown, tea colored, because that's supposed to have a bunch of nutrients in there. And generally speaking, every time we hit the plants with some of this, they start getting a little bit greener leaves. They do feel like they get a little perked up a little bit. So it's definitely been working. So I want to continue doing that, but I've separated a different portion of the garden for our tumbler so that we can see what kind of soil we can get out of that. So this is going to be all the nutrient rich rainwater that's coming out of here. Just rained a couple days ago, so we went ahead and put some water in, let it soak up over the last 2 nights, and so this should be really good for the plants. So I don't like to fill it up all the way. Normally what I do is I do about 1/4, then I'll come over here to our rainwater cistern. You can see where the water level is, around right there, and I'll fill up the rest with rainwater. After that, using a little bucket or a little cup, I'll start spreading it around through all the little smaller plants here in the nursery. So now, using a bucket, I'll just pour it directly onto the plants. If you watched any of the previous videos, you can see that these are some of the seedling oak trees that I had planted a couple weeks ago. Big majority of them have already started popping up. We have some more on this side. So they've been doing pretty good. Winter's starting to kick in. The weather's getting a little bit colder. We're still in the 80s for the most part. It is South Texas, so hopefully they make it through pretty good. The bald cypress trees are starting to brown. I'm hoping it's because it's part of the season and not because anything that may be happening to them. And as you can see, some of the papaya trees. So this one got transplanted into a bigger pot so we can keep it for fruit. And I also transplanted one over here, also for fruit. So as you can see, all of these papayas were planted at the same time. So it's very important to transplant them the first chance you get into a bigger pot once you see roots coming out of the bottom of the pot, because then you're stunting their growth. It's hard to believe that plant right there is the same age as this plant right there.